So you want to monetize a YouTube channel in 2025? Well, these next few minutes could be the difference between hobby and career. Or you could ignore all of this advice and spend the next 3 years posting shorts about your cat. It's totally your call. Do I like cat videos? Yes. Anyway, today's video is going to cover all of the new monetization rules, the biggest mistakes keeping your channel stuck at, I'll take a guess, 147 subscribers, and the 3 biggest moves that are going to help you get monetized faster. With all of that being said, let's just jump straight into it and break all of this down. How do you get monetized on YouTube in 2025? There are now 2 tiers of monetization. And yes, that is a little confusing, so I'll walk you through it. First up is tier 1, and it's a earlier access to monetization than what was previously available. And it's otherwise known as the tip jar. This is where you unlock features such as super thanks, super chats, and channel memberships. Basically, at this stage, YouTube is giving you the tools to ask your audience to send you a little bit of money and say, good job, champ. And these are the requirements you need to reach for the first stage of monetization. First up, you'll need 500 subscribers, and there is no time limit on how quickly or how slowly you get those 500 subscribers. You'll also need to publish 3 videos over a 90-day period, and I'm pretty sure that everybody can do that. But then we have the much harder requirements to achieve. You will need at least 3,000 watch hours in the last 12 months on your long form videos, or 3 million shorts views over a 90-day period. Now, I've tried to explain how watch time works for monetization a billion times on this channel, and people still don't seem to get it, so I'm completely disowning any responsibility for it and handing it over to YouTube. What you need to do is go to the YouTube studio, either on your computer or mobile device, navigate to the Earn section, and then you can scroll down to see how you're progressing through these monetization requirements. If you still don't understand it, or you think the numbers are wrong, then take it up with YouTube. Capiche? YouTube, can I ask you a question? Yes. It says here on my YouTube analytics page that I've got 3,000 hours of watch time. Yes. But on the monetization page, it only says I've got 2,500 hours of watch time. Yes. So which is right? Yes. And I think this is the perfect spot to do a little bit of caring and sharing. So I want you to post a comment on how many subscribers and watch hours or views you have on your journey towards monetization. And then I want you to reply to at least one other comment and say, keep creating, you've got this. Now, in terms of how much you make from all of these super chats, super thanks, and channel memberships, that is likely to be a challenge. That's mainly because your audience, relatively speaking at this stage, is still quite small. And persuading people to part with money to financially support you will be tough because you haven't established this trust and loyalty yet. So don't quit your 9-to-5 job just yet. I don't expect you'll be earning that much, but who knows, maybe you are an infinitely better business person than I am. Next up is tier 2, and this is what everybody considers the real deal of making money on YouTube. Passively anyway. We're talking about YouTube Premium and ad revenue, where every single view could result in you earning a few cents. And the best thing is you simply flick a switch and YouTube takes care of the rest, along with 45% of the revenue. Anyway, you will need 1,000 subscribers, again no time limit on that, and then either 4,000 public watch hours over the past year, or 10 million shorts views in the past 90 days. Wait, what? Did you just say 10 million shorts views? Yes. Yes, I did. In 3 months. Well, more accurately, it's 90 days. Do you not think that's a little unrealistic? Yes. So how do you pick your path? Which is easier, long form content or YouTube shorts? If you're good at creating curiosity, building tension, raising stakes, having deep and meaningful conversations with your audience, then long form is probably the way to go. However, if you are fast, funny, and really good at grabbing somebody's attention in 2 seconds or less, or when you hate making thumbnails, then shorts might be where you want to go. But can creators do both? Yes, you can. And it's incredibly easy to get into the YouTube Partner Program, as there are already 3 million creators who are earning money from videos on YouTube. Well, it is a little tougher than what he says because they are very different creative disciplines. But no matter which path you take, there is one key thing to focus on. Make content people actually want to watch, and a lot of it. And then make even more of it. There are a few more bits of admin beyond general requirements, such as no community guideline strikes, setting up two-step verification on your channel, and creating an AdSense account. But these are all things you achieve simply by following YouTube's rules, or can be done in 5 minutes. Alright then, now we get to the part nobody likes to admit. Why you're stuck. And no, it's not because the algorithm is broken or YouTube is unfair. Isn't that right? Yes, we would never do such a thing. It's more likely because you're making at least one of these 3 critical mistakes. So let's break them down, and I'll give you some real examples to help you actually fix these issues. When I first started out on YouTube, I was as guilty as anybody else making this mistake. I just posted whatever I felt like. In one instance, I made a 6-minute video about unboxing a camcorder, where the focus of a thumbnail was the commemorative coin that came with it. And you can guess what happened. Nobody watched it, except for one person who wanted to know how much it was. Let me check. Yeah, it's still worth £5. Let me tell you why that happens. We're too emotionally attached to our own ideas. We blindly assume that if I care, then everybody else will care as well. But YouTube doesn't work that way. It serves the audience first. It cares about what viewers want. And viewers care about what helps them, what entertains them, what inspires them, what motivates them. And it's what the creator's usually been talking about for the last 100 videos or so. I mean, sure, maybe there are some people, a small number of people, who are interested in that camcorder and that coin. But should I get upset when the video gets only 244 views over 12 years? No. So what's the fix? Well, you find where your passion overlaps with audience demand. Use search tools from vidIQ. Have a look at the trending topics. Dig it into the comments of the big channels and what they're talking about. Hunt for patterns. And try to avoid going for that one really big idea. Instead, be specific so you can relate to a very targeted audience. For example, instead of an idea and a title which is along the lines of "Why I Love Journaling," try this. When you're more intentional, you can turn videos into series, not just one-offs, and that way you can easily attract new viewers who share the same interests each time, even though it's technically the same topic. The big takeaway is this: it isn't about abandoning your passions. It's more about reframing them for the benefit of the viewer. Ask yourself these fundamental questions every time you start to plan a video. Why would somebody click this? What's in it for them? Am I making this because I want to express myself, or because I want to help, inspire, or entertain someone else? And once you are able to flip that reframing switch, you go from a hobbyist shouting into a void to a creator building an audience. But there is another concept that we can too easily misunderstand. What do you think if I give you the advice to post consistently? You probably take it literally and assume that uploading 30 videos in 30 days is the way forward. Well, if you do that, this is how that roller coaster is probably gonna unfold. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. This is day 1 of my ultra amazing super blog. Let's do this. Like, smash, go! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is day 7 of this super amazing blog. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna show you today how I toast my brioche buns. Let's do this. Make sure to like the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's day 30. Still nobody has subscribed yet, and I've run out of things to say, so here's my dog, Jasper, who's so bored by me that he's basically licking himself. Like the video, maybe? Guess what happens? Not much. Except your viewership doesn't grow, they tire of what you're doing, and so do you. Here's why this happens. We buy into an outdated myth that the algorithm rewards those who post the most videos. But YouTube isn't just counting video uploads. It's far more interested in how people react to those uploads. If you post 10 sloppy videos, all you're doing is reaffirming the algorithm's attitude to your videos that they're simply meh when it comes to what the audience thinks of them. So what is the fix to this? Shift from more videos to better videos. Now I do need to clarify this statement because I'm a big supporter of making a ton of videos when a creator first starts out on YouTube to learn fast. In my opinion, nothing beats experience. But there does come a point where you need to create a little less and think a little more about the types of videos you're making. And I think this is pretty much the exact inflection point. When you do seriously want to monetize your channel, you need to create smarter, not work harder. Instead of asking yourself, how many videos can I crank out this week? Ask yourself, how can I make the next video a little better than my previous video? In reality, that could mean one solid video upload every week instead of two which you're rushing. It gives you a chance to focus on certain aspects of your content, be it thumbnail design, scripting, talking in front of camera, and try and improve those techniques and double down on the content that's actually working on your channel. So what you're saying is I should make more consistent content? Yes. But more doesn't actually mean more. Yes. And less means more. Yes! What don't you understand? So yeah, consistency matters, but not if it turns you into a human content machine just spitting out videos that nobody ever finishes watching. But speaking of watching videos, what if your viewers don't even do that? You can make the best video in the world with perfect lighting, spot on editing, and the wisdom of 10 TED Talks. But if nobody clicks on it, it's invisible. And if they do click on it, but leave after 20 seconds, if it's not a YouTube short, that's even worse. So how would you know this is happening? Well, you need to base your evidence off of real data. And where can you get that data? The YouTube Studio. By now in your YouTube journey, you've probably heard of these two terms already. CTR, or click-through rate, tells YouTube, all right, people are interested. And then watch time and average view duration tells YouTube, yeah, they're sticking around too. This must be good. So if both are high, yeah, let's recommend this more. And both are low, nope. So how do you end up losing points in this area? Well, there are a bunch of fails that affect click-through rate and watch time. Let's say you title your video, Packing Tips for Travel. But now let's change it to 10 packing mistakes that ruined my trip. Ooh. Now, let's say the video title is How I Saved $1,000 Traveling, but the hook of the video goes along the lines of this. Hey guys, welcome back to my amazing super travel blog. I'm still waiting for my first subscriber, but I've just been on the most amazing adventure going to Disney World for just $500, all the parks, all the rides. What a budget. Can't wait to tell you about it. But first, a little bit of a life update. This ain't it, Chief? Or how about this one? Your thumbnail screams, I quit my job. But in actuality, the video is about you thinking about quitting your job because you hate your boss and you wish you had financial freedom. In that instance, people will feel clickbaited, tricked, they'll bounce, and YouTube learns, yeah, this is just annoying viewers. I'm not gonna send anyone else to this video. The bottom line is, it's not just about getting views. It's getting views that stick. And if you are still here, which obviously you are, 30 minutes into the video, then I've accomplished my mission of educating, inspiring, and maybe entertaining you. But anyway, now that we've covered all of the big, important mistakes, it's time to get to the good stuff. The 3 moves that are going to help push you over the monetization line. These are things I wish someone had tattooed on my forehead, because there's plenty of space up there when I first started my channel. And of course, they would have had to have been tattooed in reverse, and I would have had to have looked at a mirror. This is getting complicated, isn't it? Anyway, random uploads do not get you monetized, but repeatable formats do. This is where we start looking for evidence, proof of successful concepts. So look at your last 10 videos on your channel. Which ones got even a small spark of traction? And if you don't have enough content yet, then study the 3 channels in your niche that inspire you. What are you seeing that works well? Tutorials, challenge videos, reactions, opinions, listicles. Where you find success, be it on your own channel or others, double down. What you want to do is make it your content pattern. And why is that? You know what? This is good content and it's predictable. I know that if I show this to viewers who've watched content on this channel before, they're likely to watch this new stuff. A viewer basically wants to know, if I subscribe to a channel, am I going to be served up more of what I like? So let's say your 5-minute craft reviews got 2 times the views you normally get. Don't wait, turn that into a series. Make a 5-minute craft reviews kitchen edition. Make a 5-minute craft reviews disaster edition. What you want to do is own that lane on YouTube. And all of this naturally leads into the second strategy. You don't just need one good video, you need a domino effect. If someone watches one of your videos, what's pulling them into the next? You want to give the viewer options and reasons to stay on your channel as long as possible. So how do you do that? Well, the most natural way is the end screen. If the viewer has reached the end of one of your videos, the chances are you satisfied them and they're willing to watch more. So give the viewer a very clear, a very intentional and single reason to watch another video that you're going to point towards. Engaged viewers often delve into the comments too, and you have the power to pin a comment at the very top of this conversation. So again, this gives you an opportunity to provide a link to another video that you think they will enjoy watching. And you can organize videos into a playlist, but one of these super hacks is to take all of these videos and stitch them into one mega video. So instead of a playlist of 6 videos where there is friction moving from one video to the next, you bundle all of those videos together and they just flow naturally one into the next. This is a fantastic way to introduce new viewers to your channel because you give them a ton of content and a ton of value all at the same time. The longer people stay on your channel and on your content, the more YouTube is going to think, yes, I'm pretty sure I know which viewers watch this content now. So let's keep serving them these videos and find some more similar viewers too. So many creators focus on trying to get that one viral hit. But in truth, your goal as a creator should be to create many entry points into your entire library of content. Now then, here's what separates channels with views from creators with momentum. It's not just about posting videos, it's about building a community. When most creators here engage with your audience, they just think, yeah, I'll heart a few comments and then I'll get back to my editing. But here's the deal. The fastest growing creators, especially the small ones when they adopt this philosophy, is treating their audience as people and not simply numbers in the YouTube studio. And why does this matter? It's because it tells YouTube 2 important things. This creator is active and they're here to build a real channel. And this audience is invested. They're sticking around. They're participating. And the second one in particular, that is magic. This is the very reason why I asked you more than 10 minutes ago to post in the comments where you are in your monetization journey, but also to encourage other creators who are on that very same journey. When viewers start to feel like they matter, they don't just watch the content. They comment, they share, they binge your backlog. They come back in the future when the creator posts more content, and yes, even some of them may donate a little bit of cash to you through super thanks and super chats. In short, they, the viewers, your community, become part of your momentum. So how do you, the creator, make use of this? Well, when you publish a video, reply to those early comments. This is especially important when you're a small channel because every comment is gold. And when you reply to comments, don't just acknowledge them with a thanks that can't go anywhere. Get involved in the conversation. Ask them a question back. People are way more likely to comment when they see you showing up in the comments as well. You can even ask questions directly to your viewers in your videos. I suggest doing this in the first minute or two and make the question relatively easy to answer, but also open-ended so that you get a unique response from each viewer. I promise you, this call to action is infinitely more valuable than asking your viewers to simply like and subscribe. With a question, you're giving the viewer a reason to engage with the content. When you invite conversation, you get better signals from YouTube and you get an understanding of your audience and what to make next. I cannot stress this enough. Use the community tab. Post one thing a day. It only takes 5 minutes. This helps you engage with your audience, your community, when you're hard at work making your next video. And it's an extension of your social presence on the platform. It's mini moments of education, inspiration, motivation. Whatever you do in your videos, you can just remind people every single day that you're around helping the viewer on their own journey. And this is also a huge one, especially for smaller channels. Show audience input in your future videos. If someone does drop a great idea in the comments, then shout them out in your next video. As a quick example, thanks Sarah for that fantastic suggestion in the comments. Here's what you asked for. Or a bunch of you requested this topic. Let's break it down. It makes people feel seen and heard, and they're more likely to stick around. And then of course you can go beyond YouTube. You can connect, learn and converse with like-minded people in your community through Discord, Reddit, Facebook groups. Why does any of this work? Well, think of it this way. Would you as a viewer rather invest in a creator that simply talks at you, or one that makes you feel part of a shared journey? The algorithm will try its best to surface your videos to viewers, but you're responsible for cultivating a community that keeps them there. So what you're saying is that treating viewers like humans and not numbers actually works? For the final time, yes. Right. So can you like and subscribe to my super amazing blog? No! So let's answer the real question. YouTube monetization. How long will it take? You have probably seen creators brag about how they hit 1,000 subscribers in 28 days. Cool. YouTube is so big and so diverse, and so many people are starting channels every single day that some of them will hit the jackpot on their first uploads. But for most of us, it's a slow and deliberate climb. And that's okay as well. For you, it might take 30 days, but it also might take 300 days and 1,000 coffees and an existential crisis. None of this means that you're failing. It means that you're learning, training, working hard. Every upload is a rep. Every comment is feedback, and every click is progress. The only real way you lose on YouTube and never get monetized is if you quit. And here's the good news. If you are genuinely committed to improving with every video and thinking about the videos people want to watch, you will grow. I guarantee it. But here's the thing. I know exactly what you're thinking right now. You've ignored everything I've just said over the last 30 seconds, and you're fixated on the channels I say can get monetized in less than a month. So here is your clear, intentional call to action. If you want to get your channel monetized as fast as possible, watch this right now.